37, 37, 37. Love, 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 37. 37, since you might not be able to understand 37 with love, 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 37. This is Solex. Yeah. Love, 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 love. Why don't you all day and sometime you want to mosey on over to a website, Selects.me, yeah, go over there because there's going to be all these videos that are there and a bunch of them, there's going to be a bunch of other stuff there too, yeah, it's so exciting, yeah. This is about love, 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 and do you want to know something? You want to know something? I'll tell you something. I was thinking, it's like, okay. But, I just want to talk about this stuff a little bit more. Little bit more. Because it deserves it. It deserves it. It's a big thing. It's a bigger thing. It's a bigger thing. Letting go what everybody else thinks of you. Because, again, I mean, I'm if I'm being straight and honest with you, for sure, I can tell you 100% the motivation coming from where I'm talking now and where I've been is coming from a place inside of me that is, it's kind of interesting. I'm going through like a little experience right now inside of me, knowing that there's that ball of, I don't even know how to describe it, other than the fact that it was a ball of pain, and it's kind of, where would it be? It's kind of funny. It's like right here above my stomach, kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I mean, I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest. Okay. I just want to make sure that, that I'm being honest. I'm coming from a place inside of me that, kind of when I start to focus on that area and I start to focus about the time and where I've come from and everything, I mean, it's like I'm on the verge. It's like I'm on the verge of crying because I allowed my life to be tormented so much by worrying about what everybody else thinks. And people's lives are torn apart and I mean, destroyed is a really kind of strong terminology. I mean, to say that your life is destroyed by it would be a little bit over the top. So we don't want to destroy your life from it. But let's just say you can get off track and go down a path for a long period of time because if you've done it, because I know some, let's just go on this subject right here that, I knew somebody that absolutely could not leave the house unless they had makeup on. And, because they couldn't do that because they're too worried about what everybody else thinks. So critical of themselves, about who they are and how they are and what they are. So they can't function. That person can't even walk around the house and be around other close people with that. Simply going on vacation in an island and couldn't leave to go to the beach without putting makeup on. And, there's a lot of women out there that are living under because what? Because what? Because what? Because they're worried about what everybody else thinks. They think that they have to live up to somebody else's standard by wearing makeup all the time so that they maintain a certain kind of persona. I mean, it's mainly. I mean, I'm from a good old USA, that's right, and it's very prominent in our culture. Meeting the expectation, thinking that you need to meet somebody else's expectations by how you present yourself and how you look instead of just simply being who you are and living your life under a level of torment and taking measures to make sure that you look this, that, or the other. I mean, stop and think about it for a minute when it comes to things like that. Who are you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? Who are you doing it for? You're doing it for other people. And where the shift needs to take place, you see, where the shift needs to take place in a lot of these things is when you're going to do something and you want to do it because you think you need to do it for the rest of the out there, do it for you. And don't make any excuses about the reason why you're doing it is because, well, it makes me feel good. And it makes you feel good because you're putting on a different persona on the outside of yourself so you can get a certain kind of attention or whatever it is. And this is not criticizing here, okay, you see? It's not criticizing here, okay, you see? You know, just gosh, can you imagine? I mean, this is a little bit ridiculous, but if they took away all the makeup in the world and all the women and some men out there, and you took away all the makeup in the world and everybody just had to be themselves, what on earth do you think would happen? Can you imagine? Stop and think about that for a little bit. In all the department stores, I don't care who they are, grocery stores, anybody that's carrying makeup, it's like, I don't know, something crazy got created or something happened and none of it could be sold. None of it. No eyeshadow, none of it. None of it. None of it. And then all the majority, mostly women, had to go without makeup. What, you know? I mean, I'm only laughing because think about that. Think about that realistically, about how that would be if you took away all the makeup and nobody could, and all the women couldn't wear makeup, and some of those guys that are like kind of a little over the top with what they're doing with their eyebrows and stuff too, and they couldn't. It's like you couldn't. You had to be yourself. You had to be yourself. How? You know what would happen? One of the greatest things that would happen? Liberation, liberation from the torment of having to be under these strict guidelines of having to maintain some sort of persona by presenting yourself in the perfect blinky, blinky eye way, right? I mean, that would just, how liberating it would be. For so many people, and then, like it had to be gone. It had to be taken away for, I don't know, probably a month isn't long enough. You'd have to be like maybe 2.5 months to 3 months, no makeup, straight up, no makeup, straight up, no makeup for about 2 to 3 months. You know, I can't think of it as out there. This one lady started just going without makeup and made a. It was like a big to-do, but it kind of got swept under the wayside. No, now this is just how she is. She doesn't wear makeup anymore. And, but it's kind of like, it's unfortunate that the aspect of that still isn't out in the forefront out there, where that would allow women to just be who you are, without the influence of making yourself up to be whatever you feel like you are by doing that, So, I mean, it's really kind of interesting where some of these videos go, because I have no idea. Sometimes how this happens, it just happens. But what that's all, what does that all boil down to? Worrying about what everybody else thinks and the measures that, we'll just say the majority of women out there take because of their concern about what everybody else thinks. I mean, it's kind of sad in a way, because, it's like this whole, some of the major manufacturers wouldn't be happy about not anybody buying any makeup anymore. But, that whole industry that's been created to support all of that, gobbledygooka, the gobbledygook on the face, the gobbledygooka, gobbledygooka, gobbledygook, the gobbledygook. You put in a bunch of gobbledygook on your face. Stop worrying about what everybody else thinks and just kind of step back. Okay, you understand me? You're gonna step back and maybe make it one a day that you go without a makeup, huh? Maybe you just around the house. You got to start somewhere, huh? It kind of help you from a little bit of the torment. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.